Hey everyone, I'm Armor Gaming, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to part 2 of the Warmaster Remntar video, the exclusive first look at Remntar. By now, all of you can actually test out this monster and test out his skills group 4 skills, although I think I noticed that they're not all there. So in this video, you get to see what his skills group 4 skills actually are and when you actually unlock them. So you're going to see what you get at rank 1, rank 2, rank 3, and rank 4. So let me just feed up this bad boy. Well, I already got him to level 120. And the first skill you get is going to be Light Tamer, which gives anticipation to an ally, applies damage increase and precision to an ally. So you give anticipation for 3 turns, damage boost, and increased accuracy for 3 turns. So it's supposed to be a really great way to counter monsters that have extra turn skills or turn transfer skills. But again, this is assuming that the enemy monster doesn't just recharge. So you can debate about how good this skill actually is. I think I prefer the skill mirror as a means to counter extra turn monsters. Your second skill is going to be Grinding Stones, which removes positive effects from all enemies, applies nanovirus to all enemies. Nanovirus will block positive effects, so the enemy monsters can apply self-positive effects to themselves. And it also deals massive special damage to one enemy monster. Light of Quasar would deal moderate metal damage to all enemies, and it applies immunity control to all of your allies. So your whole teammates won't be able to get hit with any immunity effects, so that's actually pretty cool. And Dimension Paradox deals moderate special damage to all enemies and applies Skill Mirror to all allies. A really great way to give all of your team skill mirror after your trait runs out, essentially. And once again, I gotta say, I'm a little underwhelmed with his skills. Although, I think if you were to get this monster and you rank him up all the way, there is a grounds to run him 3 speed runes. Because once you have Light of Quasar and you can start the game off with an immunity to control effects, then you're pretty much safe from getting denied. And then when the enemy team tries to deny you, you can just reflect the deny back at them. And I'll try to showcase this. The only problem with that is if your Remntar does go first, your Remntar himself will lose the skill mirror. So your teammates can still reflect at least. So hopefully we can showcase that. Let me rank him up. Well, he's already ranked up. Let me level him up all the way to 130 and then we'll go into some PvP action. Alright, so here he is at level 130. His power is 4508. His life is 71204. Very, very tanky life. And his speed is 4466. Alright, so let's test out this monster in PvP. Once again, his skills group 4 are Light Tamer, Grinding Stones, Light of Quasar, and Dimension Paradox in that order. And alright, let's go after that Kihaku base. So I'm running team speed just to hopefully go first. Let's see, 8-1, 8-3, perfect. So this is the perfect scenario where if you do run Remntar and you run him with speed runes to go first, you can start off with Light of Quasar to give your whole team immunity to control effects. So now when he does, he did single deny and it missed. And that missed too. And then see, I'm just reflecting tags back at the enemy. And so when we look at my teammates, they are immune to control effects. So that's one way you can utilize Remntar. Let me give him an extra churn and let me test out another skill. Now I'm just going to showcase Dimension Paradox. I want to do Grinding Stones, so this goes interesting. It removes positive effects from all enemies first, and then applies nanovirus to all enemies, but then it only deals massive damage to single enemy. So I'm not entirely sure if that's AoE or not, so we'll test it next turn. I know this is an AoE, so Dimension Paradox, and then I'll exit out the game before I win. But yeah, hopefully that was a good indication of how to use Remntar as a 3-speed holder, not so much as a team speed or something else. Let's do it again. Let's go against the middle base just to see if we can do it again. We'll click fight, and yep, I'm going first. So I'll start the game off with Light of Quasar. That way I can't get denied. And he ended up doing Makosu, so I actually lost my abilities. Oh well, we'll recharge. Charging banner. Alright, now let's do Grinding Stones because I am curious. Removes positive effects from all enemies. Applies nanovirus to all enemies, deals massive special damage. So let's actually attack Elvira. No, let's not attack Elvira. Let's just attack Kihaku. Oh yeah, cool. So it does single target, but it removes positive effects and applies nanovirus. And I think that got removed because now they have all these positive effects. Yep, and this is the first time getting my ult, so let me showcase that. Removes positive effects from all enemies, deals very heavy special damage to all enemies, applies quicksand to all enemies, applies bleeding to all enemies. Let's do that. Faster than light. That's a pretty awesome attack. And let me exit out before I win this battle too. So Remntar is a pretty fun monster. Overall, the skills, they really do fail to impress me. I feel like he's missing. I don't know, they're not much, you know. This skill, Light Tamer, I don't think is really going to be used. So if you get Remntar, you're going to have to get him past rank 1. Grinding Stones, it's great because it removes positive effects and applies nanovirus. So the enemy team has no way to give positive buffs on their team. And at the same time, it deals special damage, which is great. Light of Quasar I really like as an anti-control skill. And Dimension Paradox is awesome because you get skill mirror on your team again. And another thing I was actually thinking with Remntar is that you could potentially just give him a bunch of strength runes and run a bunch of attackers. Like, theoretically, I don't know how many people would actually do this, but you could probably just run like 3 monsters with nothing but strength runes, so you have 9 strength runes in total, and just use the skill mirror as a way to attack the enemy essentially. Let me tag this space, and hopefully you guys can see what I mean. So imagine I brought 2 attackers, imagine they only had strength runes, and with your tenacity shield you're kind of fine, and so you're just reflecting attacks at the enemy like I just did right now. Let me do Dimension Paradox to give skill mirror again, and then watch. Let's go ×2 speed. We'll recharge. Hopefully I don't win. I don't want to win. Light band stop time, so then I'll reflect stop time. Now I get a turn, and we'll just, let's give my team immunity to control. Light of Quasar, exhaustion mask, whatever, life banner, space time, and then quinine. The reason that wasn't reflected was because I didn't have skill mirror at the time. Let me just recharge, and there's that charging banner giving me stamina, so I don't need any stamina recovery skills. I can use this to get rid of that space time, and now they have nanovirus, so no more positive effects. See, Maka missed, that would have been double damage. Let's just recharge here. A lot of magma. Cooldown's activated. If I had space time, I could have reflected that. Sage. And right now, all of my skills group 4 skills have high cooldowns, so that's unfortunate for me. Let's just keep recharging. And quinine again. Fire trap. Energy mask. And still on cooldowns. Recharge. Maka. Oh, that's a shield. Isoflex bite. Let's get rid of Timmy because he's a little annoying. And let's recharge here. Let's see a lot of Celsius and Dimension Paradox. So this is going to give my team the reflection. So I'll reflect the AoE stun. So yeah, just imagine if they had strength runes. Like, you could potentially win with that. Alright, I'm going to exit out. Nothing more to showcase here. Let me take on the Voltic base just so I can use that anticipation skill so we can see how it works. So I'm going to get my stamina drained, which is fine. Charging banner will give me enough stamina. And then I'm going to give Barakor anticipation. Heavy duty armor, energy mask, and perfect. Charging banner, there we go. So I believe it's light tamer, anticipation, damage increased, and precision. Oh cool, and he reflected it back at me. So actually, I didn't even think about that. Because of skill mirror, if you do light anticipation immediately, 2 of your monsters get a precision boost, a damage boost, and anticipation. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of really cool. Let's recharge. Please attack, 20k volts. So check it out, double anticipation, both my monsters got a turn in, which means then I can apply the skill mirror again, I can light up Quasar, I can do the nanovirus so they don't get positive effects. So let's just say I want to do nanovirus on everyone and remove any positive buffs. Let's just recharge again, and then static shocks, and then double into, you know what, it's kind of cool, and then the skill mirror actually reflected that too. That's kind of cool, which means they all get an extra turn essentially. Wow, that was definitely very, very interesting. Let me see, what do I want to do? I'm just gonna recharge. Charging banner gives me stamina back. I'm going to recharge again. I want to do the anticipation again. Let me recharge again. So now only one of my monsters had anticipation. But see, the good thing is that, let me do this. Skill mirror to all allies. Okay, hopefully I don't kill anyone. Okay, major regen, thank you very much. Assault, assault back at you. Recharge, 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 perfect. Recharge here, and grinding stones, light tamer. So I will do it. Oh, I'm the only one that has it. Anticipation, so I guess I'll do it to myself. Light tamer, light tamer. I don't know, that was just for fun. That's very interesting. Again, but the problem is, like, a lot of times when you do fight extra turn monsters and you have anticipation, they tend to recharge a lot of the time. They actually won't attack the way this Voltic attack. But that's really cool that you can do that. So maybe I discounted Light Tamer too early. Let's take on that Baba Yaga base. So Baba Yaga, and I have my own Baba Yaga in the middle. So let's click fight. Baba Yaga is going to hopefully do AoE possession for his kidnapper. And then I reflect for his kidnapper. And see, in the last video I talked about how you have to be careful with Remntar, because if you get possessed with skill mirror, you'll just reflect it on your own team. When the enemy does an AoE possession, AoE freeze, or whatever, they target the middle monster. So as long as your middle monster has immunity to possession, you can easily reflect back that AoE possession. But however, this is in terms of you attacking. In terms of you having the monster on defense, well then you're playing against a human player who can obviously be smart about who they target when they AoE possess. Like they can pick the top monster, middle monster, or bottom monster. So Remntar on defense can still be exploited with AoE possession, so you have to be careful about that. And also when it's a Team Wars battle, sometimes it's going to be a mandatory position for Remntar to be in the middle. So you really do have to be worried about that kind of stuff. Let's see, my monster has possession right now. Let me do Light of Quasar. I believe that'll remove it. Light of Quasar immunity to control. And yep, he is no longer possessed. Weapons of mass distraction, reflect. And yeah, oh, that gets rid of positive effects, so that's gone. So recharge. And a recharge here. Ancient Wisdom, so I'm confused. Let's recharge. Nice, thank you. So yeah, overall, just from what I like the monster a lot. Don't get me wrong, I really do like him. He doesn't really have much like unique skills to offer, but he's just really fun to play around with. And especially with the fact that you start the game off with Skill Mirror, the stuff you can do is just so much fun. Like again, right now, Igursis has Skill Mirror thanks to his own skill. So if I Light Tamer to Igursis, he gets the extra turn, and then just I don't know, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Forest, Isoflex Bite, this is getting too crazy. I think I'm just going to exit out. But yeah, guys, what do you guys think about Remntar? How would you rune him? Would you give him 3 speed runes? Would you give him 3 strength runes? Would you give him a rainbow build? Would you give him maybe 2 strength and a speed? Maybe team speed, strength? I don't know. Whatever you guys' thoughts are on this monster, please let me know in the comments below. I think that's pretty much going to be it for the video. Let me really quickly actually go through his skills. He has Solar Storm. He has Hard Light Fortress, he has Speed of Light, he has Solar Sail, Hard Light Wall, Photon Bombardment, the 50% stun to everyone, Solar Panel, the stamina skill, Hard Light Protection, 50% shield to all of your allies, Photon Bash, the spammable single stun skill, and default skills and skills group 4. Again, you get Light Tamer first, then Grinding Stones, then Light of Quasar, then Dimension Paradox. For relics, you can hold a banner and a shield. And as for his stats, well, you can see the 100 video and you can see this video for his final ranked up stats. Overall, I like the monster a lot. Specifically, I think just the trait. The stuff you can do with a trait is so fun. The area skill mirror from the get-go, you can definitely utilize combinations to do stuff to the enemy. And then I've read through the comments, a lot of people are saying him partnered up with Neobuki. You can do some crazy stuff too, because yeah, if you're fighting a monster that can remove positive effects, like Ihaku did in one of the battles against Neobuki, you're not gonna get you can't lose your positive effect, meaning you can keep skill mirror for pretty much until you get a turn in, so you can keep reflecting attacks with Neobuki. So that's arguments to run Neobuki as an attacker, or just to have like only strength runes. Make sure Neobuki doesn't go sometime in the turn order, and Neobuki starts reflecting attacks back at the enemy over and over and over again. So there's so many fun things you can do with this monster. I myself am thinking of picking him up. I'm not too sure. I've been saving up my orbs, and I kind of want to wait for the last Warmaster. It would be very nice if that last Warmaster is a really great one and I can complete up to floor 5 and get that 1000 gems. That's kind of what I've been saving my orbs for. Or if I can complete floor 6, that would be amazing. But I don't know, I'd be very content with floor 5. But I do kind of want Remntar, but I suppose I could always get him in the future, because there's really no rush. I also want Thalassa, but yeah, I'm kind of getting off topic right now. Let me see. Let's see what he had in the test version. I believe when I checked him, he had the single stun skill. And I'm like, wait, that's not right. Yeah, for some reason he has Photon Bash on here. So he's missing... What skills is he missing? Anticipation, the Nanovirus, Dimension Paradox. Yeah, he was missing the team skill mirror. So that's very odd. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Let me know, are you going to be getting this Warmaster, or are you going to be waiting for the final Warmaster? And if you do get this monster, what skills will you run at level 100? Or do you plan on ranking this monster up? How much are you going to rank him up to? Do you have enough orbs to get him rank 1, rank 2, 3, maybe 4 possibly? And regardless of what rank you decide to get this monster, how are you going to rune him? What team combination are you going to use with them? Do you have Neobuki? Are you going to partner them up together? Are you going to partner him up with an Elvira? Whatever thoughts you guys may have, whatever team combination, whatever runes, skill sets, anything, let me know in the comments below. And once again, a huge thanks to Social Point for giving me this monster to be able to do an exclusive first look at him. I really hope you guys enjoyed both part 1 and part 2. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.